If you've been following me for a while, or if you've been working on feminizing your voice for a while, then you already know that an important factor is to brighten resonance by making the vocal tract smaller by raising your larynx. If this is all new information for you, I highly recommend going over to my blog and searching for any of the keywords you just heard. So resonance, brightness, you could also look up the key O exercise. These are all things I've talked about before, and everything is on my blog, very handily searchable. Now, if you've been doing this exercise for a while, you know that sometimes there are things that can happen that give you a less desirable sound. So I was talking to a student the other day, and she said that when she did the key O exercise or the larynx pull-up exercise, she ended up with a sound that she described as like Donald Duck. I can't really do it that well myself, but it's kind of like, instead of a bright sound like this, it's a sound that's kind of like this. There, I kind of did it that time. It's not really nasality. It sounds more like something is blocking the back of the throat so that you end up with this sound, right? Very undesirable for most people. Now, what's happening is the tongue is getting pulled to the back. So the tongue is connected to the top of the larynx. So when you raise the larynx, sometimes what happens is the tongue activates and pulls back. Now, these muscles all move sort of pseudo-independently, so they're all going to move a little bit because they're connected, but we can learn how to move some muscles without completely activating the others. So here's the exercise to work on that. And all you need is a pencil. So what you're going to do is take the pencil and put it underneath your bottom lip just a little bit, and you're going to stick your tongue out and try and wrap it around that pencil. Easy, right? Now try and do your larynx pull-up exercise. So I'm going to try and do that, and you can sort of follow my larynx here by looking on the screen. So what we want is to get that brighter sound without the tongue shooting back. Here's what will happen if the tongue shoots back. So we want So this should help you to try and isolate which muscle you're moving. Now, the trick then is to remove the pencil and try to maintain the forward position of the tongue without the use of the pencil. You could even kind of look at my tongue in my mouth. So I'll just leave it like forward in my mouth. It doesn't move back at all. But if it moves back, you should be able to see it. And you see when I move the tongue back, we get that blocked Donald Duck sound. So if that's you, give this exercise a try and let me know in the comments if it worked. I hope this helps.